Kanish, how are you? I just want to welcome you in to Freedom Fighters broadcast. I am so elated to be able to greet you eternally today. I am yours truly, Dr. Alexander Sadragan. To start off our broadcast, I usually start off with a word of the day, but today we're talking about two words that are very controversial to the very operations that we do. So I want to take time and bring this into another episode to kind of allow you to where you understand what's the difference of everything. And the two words that we're talking about is religion and relationship. Now, the religious part of that I want to digress into, and I want to make sure that we fully understand, all religions are a part of the spirit. Some of them operate in the spirit, some of them don't operate in the spirit, and then also some of them operate in the capacity of manipulating the spirit. So, I'm not going to pinpoint who is who, but I want you to understand that with operation that religion brings forth, it is a cap of the spirit. And it hinders the spirit, some of them hinder the spirit from flowing in its fullness and its full totality. Now, we look at some of the nowadays religions that are very prominent and very powerful in their business as well as in the church aspect. Church produces religion. As they produce religion, they basically transcend the understanding that as they flow, they teach the others to flow as though they flow. Basically, as though we say, we lead by example, but the example is discarded. So therefore, I basically say, do what I tell you to do, or do what I say do, just don't do what I do. You feel me? So we come into these perspectives as leaders only to bring forth the business of the religion, and the business side of the administration of the business carries on to where the people come in, they receive a word, and therefore they pay their tithes, their offerings, and they do this week in and week out. That is what makes it religion. When there is no change, there is no evolving to the next state. That is what makes it religious. That means that you practice it every day. Now, the relationship I want to move on to is the powerful portion of intimacy. That means that it's personal. Our Creator wants a personal relationship with us. That is the reason why He allowed His Son, which was Himself, to come forth and be sacrificed that you can have the ability to reject or receive. The same way is of grace and mercy. We believe these things because of the relationship that we have with our Creator. He talks to me, He talks to you, and therefore we can hear His voice. We can say that the sheep know my voice and another they shall not follow. That is the Christian terminology. But if we put it into the spirit, there are multiple voices crying out in the wilderness of the spirit, and you have to be able to discern what spirit are you listening to, as well as what spirit are you communicating with in order for you to have your intimacy of worship. Now, when this comes into a reality, you have to realize that a relationship, within that relationship, there are many highs, there are many lows, there are many sacrifices, there are many times that you're going to have to evolve to another level. You don't do that with religion. The way it is, what it is, the way it operates, that's what you see is what you get. But over here, the relationship allows you to where in the spirit, you can see your dreams, your visions through your perception be able to be played out in infinite realities that will cause a great manifestation to be able to change your way of perfection, perception, persona. Our perfection is nothing compared to the Creator's. We know that at the end of the day, in order for us to be who we are in our righteousness, we first have to come into a place of knowing what we have accepted on the inside of us. Many of us, because of our religion, we are connected to demons because of the simple fact of the structure of the way that it was put forth. What are you worshiping? Some people worship fallen angels. But at the end of the day, I'm not diminishing their relationship of their religion. I'm simply saying that because of your relationship, it may be a little demonic, or it may be what we call on the dark side, because reality is, bringing it back to the doctrine, there's light and there's dark. One strives upon the other. You have to have a negative in order for a positive to come into a reality. And because of that factor, the very manifestation that we are built on is that when we connect to the Creator, we establish a greater fluent understanding. That means that our mind begins to open. That means the more that we go into Him, the more He comes into us, and our mind is supposed to evolve. It's supposed to grow. We're supposed to, our common sense, glory, is supposed to come into a place of a greater understanding. So our relationship causes for us to evolve to another place. Some people say an awakening or a transcending to another place. But as we go into all of these things, some of us, we think we're going into another realm when we're not going into another realm. We're going into a different dimension, and that dimension has multiple levels because of the multiple people that can operate in that dimension. None of them are connected to you, but you in the spirit can see them and they can see you. That is the reality of why we do the things that we do in the spirit. Because if we transact business because of our relationship of who we are flowing through, we are supposed to see an outpour of the reality come to pass. And that is the belief system of how the spirit realm is set up. When you operate in the spirit, that evolves your spirit, and it causes for you to be in it and it to be in you. So therefore the power that you feel is of the spirit. You can manipulate it negatively or positively. If it's light or dark, you can manipulate it either way, because it is no more than pure power. And because of that pure power, it brings forth manifestation through your relationship. Your religion puts a cap on your reality of functioning in the power to where you can actually walk out your dreams and admirations. And because of that reality, religion, the Bible, Christian Bible, and they don't want to talk about it, but it's true, the Bible says that God frowns upon religion. So why would you get caught up in religion? When religion is the hindrance, but it is also what our ancestors, when they want to say that they're connecting to their ancestors, you connecting to religion. Because what the ancestors believed in was religiosity. If I continue to do it repetitiously, it's going to come to pass. Therefore, they made it a religion. Let me take you here for a second before I run out of time. Did you know that hoodoo, voodoo, black magic, white magic, you feel me, are all religions? Because these people practice this. And because they practice it, that is what makes it a religion. My beloved, you have to create a relationship with your Creator. Don't allow doctrine to misguide you and mislead you. God is here to illuminate, to open up your eyes so you can see the true path that lies ahead. Well, beloved, I'm almost out of time, but I want you to know that because you are so faithful over the few things, I give you a word of encouragement that God is going to bless you with multiples. Love you much.